So you're minding your own business on a Sunday evening, having a glass of wine with your wife, the wee lad's away to his bed, and then you watch a couple of videos, and part-time preppers, in no uncertain terms, throws down the gauntlet with his "here are my best 10 rounds of all time." Oh, that's something that's irresistible. So like him, I have my top 10, very quickly made up, but really 5 or 6 of them were obvious, with a couple of runners-up. So this is, I guess, the first of the runners-up. This one's one I picked up fairly recently, certainly the last few months, but I'd never seen before, and it's from New Zealand. Who knows who it's minted by? I don't know if it's the New Zealand Mint or otherwise, but that's a wonderful copy of the map of New Zealand, and the fern, the silver fern, which is an emblem. Not quite making it to the top 10. Monarch Silver Buck. Monarch Precious Metals. This is a cracker. Silver Buck. I don't know how big they are, but this reminds me of the Baird and Company Monarch of the Glen stag. So, not quite good enough. Now, I think one of the Silver Shield rounds made it to Part-Time Preppers Top 10, but this is my favourite. It's the Freedom Girl. This one's a 2017 one, but not quite good enough for the top 10. And neither was this one, although it is a cracking round. This is one of the Silver Bug Island ones, 2015 I think, this one, and they found the treasure. So that's a cracker. But anyway, moving on to the top 10. In at number 10. Had to make it, didn't it? Liberty Mint. That's a recognisable image, isn't it? So not only do we have Lady Liberty on that side, but Article 1, Section 10 of the US Constitution. Even if it doesn't focus, we all know what that says. So that's number 10. Number 9, back across the Atlantic. I mentioned Baird and Company's Monarch of the Glen. This is their Year of the Dragon round from, what, 2012? Or thereabouts. Quality. Number 8, showed this one recently. This is one of the Norfed rounds. Part-Time Preppers mentioned Norfed. I'm going for it. These are rounds, belters. This one, Michigan. And the reason I'm picking Michigan, because the two I have are Michigan and Missouri. I know absolutely nothing about Missouri, but I know that Michigan's a tough working class state that's been down on its luck, or certainly Detroit has for some time. But I'm thinking of you guys in Michigan. There you go, 20 bucks, Norfed rounds. Here's one that I like. This is number 1 of 2 that were made by the UK Silver Stackers. This one's a dragon. I've also got the Phoenix round. It's they were done privately, I think maybe a year, 2 years or so ago. Stunning proof coins, proof rounds I suppose, and has to go into my top 10 at number 7. Let's move on. Number 6. Well, JM. Has to make it, hasn't it? I wouldn't go through a top 10 without having something by JM, surely. So this one, part of the American Way series, this one for Freedom. It's a stunning round. And that makes number 6. Now, I don't for the life of me know exactly, although it's maybe coming to me. These by the Anonymous Mint, the Norse Gods series. Now I've got all 5 of these. I suppose I should dig them out and do a video, because they're stunning coins. These ones are antiqued. I think they're from a limited mintage. I think each one of them was only 2 or 2,500 of them. And then there you go, the Valkyrie, the choosers of the slain. They would pick who died in battle. But that one's got to be in my top 10, coming in at number 5. This one isn't in a flip, or rather a capsule with a little black surround, because it's in a box with the other 9 of the collection. The Zombucks one. Now the reason I'm showing the Walker was, although it's number 1 in the series, this was the 10th one I picked up, and it took me ages. I paid a huge amount for it, and I was expecting it to be all spotted, but it wasn't. It was perfect, and that one has to come in close. Now we're getting to the top 3. I wonder if you can start predicting. You know what I'm like. Oh, there's an old Engelhard Prospector, 1982. Cracking old round. This one obviously at 1982 had the big E for Engelhard on the back rather than the eagle. But that one, well, I'm working on trying to get the full date run, so I've still got a few to pick up, but that's got to be in my top 10. Right then, how many of you predicted this one? Your US Assay Office, San Francisco round. This one was a trade I did with Mr. Zeke, at least I think it was. But just sensational stuff. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Oops, I had it right the first way. Did I? No, I didn't. So much for it being my second favourite. But there you go. And who do you think is going to be number 1? Because number 1 was, I think, Zombucks for part-time preppers. Really, number 1 was that Pearl Harbor coin. But for me, although this one made it into your top 10 part-time preppers, this one is right at the top for me. Simple, straightforward, and stunningly beautiful. Maybe the equivalent of the Morgan dollar for silver rounds. The finest and the most beautiful ever made, I think. And I've got 7 or 8 of these, and they just don't come any sweeter. So even in this crappy light, because it's 10 o'clock at night here, it's starting to get dark, this one for me is the best of them all. Please let me know what you think. And now that 2 of us have done it, come on, let's see some more. Please like, please subscribe, but most importantly, let me know what you think. Compare my top 10 with the part-time preppers top 10, and let's see what you think. Until the next time, take care.